Hey guys, so this video is about the Thorax, and the Thorax has always been a really weird ship for me because I always wanted to make it work, but it hasn't happened yet. So that's why I decided to try two different fits in this video. The first one will be a shield Thorax, which it has very little tank and a lot of DPS and tracking, and the next one will be a dual rep active armor Thorax. And this is I will say it's like a little mini demos, because the demos can also be fitted dual rep, and it's a very powerful ship. So this is the way I flew this to, and I have three fights to show you. So this is the shield Thorax, and it has ion blasters on the top, micro war drive, large shield extender, and this doesn't give you a lot of tank. As you can see, it only has 18.5k EHP, has a web, scram, damage control, and I have three mag fuels. And the reason behind this is because the Thorax has a tracking bonus already, and that's why I decided to go with as much DPS as I could, because this ship is designed to get tackle, kill, and get out as fast as possible, because you cannot withstand a lot of DPS because it would just melt. And also it has one tracking enhancer, and I decided to plug the EM hole and the thermal hole as well. The thermal hole because there's a lot of Galente ships going around, so I think this is a very good choice. You can put buffer in buffer rigs in here instead of plugging the holes, but it's not gonna make a big difference. I mean, it will only give you like 22 k effective EHP, which is not a lot. And this ship, I mean, it's meant to kill, tackle, and get out. Kill, tackle, and get out. So this fight happened. Two jumps out of my wormhole. That's why you see one Corpi in logo. And it was a Condor and a Caracal. And the first thing I didn't notice they were together, just because when I try, as you can see here, when I try to target the Condor, he just jumps. Maybe he thought I was jumping as well and he wanted to get tackle on the other side. And then the Caracal landed at 100 clicks. So I decided to warp back to the sun and then warp back to the gate at 100. And my reasoning was that sometimes they stick in there while you warp around. So I was hoping to land at 100 from him. But of course that didn't happen, because now the Condor pilot came in and I noticed him. On D-scan. I'm pretty sure I saw him. Yeah, there it is. So I was a bit more careful, and that's why you saw I showed him up my D-scan range to less than 1 AU, because I wanted to see if the Condor was coming for tackle. And I decided to warp back to the gate at 100, see if I land on top of the Caracal, because I know if I land on top of the Caracal, I can kill it before he can kill me. And this is the whole thing about this ship, that it's meant to kill stuff real quick and get out, because it doesn't have a lot of tanks. So you always have to go for the most easiest target, which is the Caracal. It's the easiest to get caught and then kill it. So now that I landed at 100 from the gate, I was really 40 clicks from the Condor, and he can tackle me even before I managed to warp off. So I tried to warp off to the sun, but of course it didn't work. I got tackled before it happened. And here my options are pretty slim. One, because he's really fast, and the other one, I'm being tracking disrupted. And with my ship, this is gonna be a problem, especially trying to kill the Condor, because I don't have the range to kill it. And as you will see in a few moments, the warriors won't be able to stay up with him, because he's just way too fast to kill him. And you see the Caracal coming behind it, and he's 55 clicks off, but he can still apply damage because his heavy missile fit, and he can still apply a lot of damage from there. And as you can see, my tank is melting. I mean, this ship is shield tank, and my tank is just melting away. And Right now, my only option is try to overheat my micro, put pressure on the tackle, make him make a mistake, make me feel comfortable that the caracal is almost killing me, and that's why I overheat my micro to try to put pressure on the condor. And as you can see, it worked because I managed to get out of point range and warp off, but I was aligning to the sun, and this is something that you don't want to do because it's really easy to get caught on the sun. But I mean, I was scrambling. I wanted to get out. I was almost dead, and that's why I warped to the sun. But it actually worked pretty well because the condor decides to follow, and I was sure that he was following because I see him within 1 AU, and he already landed. But here's where the situation changes a bit because he landed at 0 right with me. I can land a scram and web on him and turn off his micro. So in here you see me approaching his ship, and I launch my ECM drones, and I'm being tracking disrupted, which is a problem. And as soon as I make sure that he is tackled and he's not going away, I go ahead and align towards the outgate. And the reason why you want to do this because tackle pilot, they get so comfortable that I'm about to be dead, and instead of orbiting, he approaches me. That's why even though I was being tracking disrupted, I managed to kill them because he was only approaching me. And once I killed the tackle, I was free to go. I wasn't gonna stay for the caracal kill because I'm sure he was gonna kill me even before. I mean, I was only half structure, and I couldn't do anything. But at least I killed the tackle in a pretty expensive condor, like 24 mil, and this ship is only 38 mil. So it's a win for me, and I think this is why you have to always, when you manage to tackle the frigates, always start aligning somewhere and trying to get that range from them. And what they naturally will do is just click on approach and start following behind you, and that because they're following behind you, there's not a lot of tracking in between you. So that's why I blapped the condor off grid even before he realized it in like 2 volleys. So in this fight, I'm also flying the Shield Thorax, and after playing with the locals for a while, they decided to finally put a response fleet to take care of the Thorax that had been bugging them for a while. So as you can see, in Ares is ready to get tackle on me. And when you see interceptors like that, it means that they will have something big, or they will just blob you on the other side. But surprisingly, there was nothing on the other side. But the Ares was getting ready to get tackled and wait for his friends. And it's kind of frustrating dealing with tackle like that because not even my warriors are able to do a lot of damage fast enough. And as the first thing I do here is see if I can catch him right away, which didn't happen. He got his speed up. And the next thing I need to do is get out of the gate, because I know there will be more people jumping into the system, trying to kill me. So I need to make distance from the gate and myself. And I know I won't be getting away from that area just because it is too fast. And then an executioner comes in to get another point on me. So at this point, I'm only getting away from the gate as much as I can. And I was seriously expecting a lot more, from them, but they only brought a few ships, which is great. It gives me a chance to like put a good fight sometimes. So in here you see I haven't launched my drones yet until now. I had done it before, but they were killing them, so that's why I recall them. And sometimes I keep trying to get close to the area, see if he makes some mistakes, and maybe I'm able to catch him. And I mean, my drones are not doing a lot of damage. They're having a hard time keeping up with the Ares. And I kind of get disoriented a little bit. That's why I keep turning my camera around and see how far I am from the gate and where I am in space, because it's always a pretty good idea to know where you are in space. Even though it sounds a little bit weird because it's really hard to determine where you are, but I got really disoriented. And what I do here is as I change to null, and then I take my I think I will take my drug pretty soon, but I'm putting some pressure on the Ares, but I'm still not getting away, even though if he warps out, because the executioner has me tackle as well, and my capacitor is running low, so I gotta make something fast. And then the next ship comes in, and it's Navy Vexor, and as you could see there a few seconds ago, the Ares got really close to me. He got AK from me, but I for some reason I couldn't activate my modules on time. I don't know, maybe I was so disoriented that I pressed the wrong key. That's probably what happened. So now we see a Navy Vexor and Navy Comet coming for me. And this is what I mean. When tackle gets really comfortable, people in frigate get really comfortable, because I mean that Navy Comet, it has no reason why to get really close to me. He can just launch his drones and put some damage that way. Maybe launch his drones and kill my drones. But for some reason he gets really close to me, and I managed to put a scram on him, which is not necessary. And even if he gets close to me, you will see him that he makes the a very bad mistake when he gets scram, because he doesn't try to approach me. He can just orbit me at a 500 and mitigate a lot of the damage I'm doing. But as you can see here, he's just approaching my ship, and that's why he has no transversal at all, and it's not moving a lot. So that's why it's really easy for me to kill him. And this is the thing that a lot of frigate pilots get really comfortable when they have a lot other ships on the field, only other friendly ships on the field, and make mistakes like that, and you can take advantage of those mistakes. So I killed the Comet, which is like 28 millions, and my ship is 28 million, so I call that in my book that's a win-win. Why? Because I'm fighting several guys against just my own. It's only one ship against 4 other guys. So if I manage to kill the same amount that my ship is worth, it is a win in my book. And here a Drake came in that they were ready to gank me. That's what happens, and you get used to it. It doesn't bother me that much. You just get used to it at this point, because you know that's how they react. So in here I lose my ship, and I'm still really happy to see that I killed the Comet, because I mean it's almost the same as my ship, worth as my ship, and to me it's a win. So this is my dual rep Thorax, and it has electron blasters on the top, micro warp drive, medium cap booster, scram, web, damage control, and medium armor repper and medium ancillary armor repper, mag fuel, and energized adapted nanomembrane, because I wanted a bit more tank. Also, I'm plugging the explosive hole here, and I have 2 nanopumps to increase my rep amount. And I will really suggest you use this ship with Exile boosters, just because right now it's overheated. With everything overheated, it's 472 the amount you rep, and once you activate the pill, I mean it's 613, almost 100 more. So for 4 mil that the pill costs, it's not a lot. It's a very effective cost booster. So in this fight is the dual rep Thorax, and I'm fighting a bunch of ships, and you will see me make a lot of mistakes in this fight, just because I really got overwhelmed by the amount of ships that were jumping, and I really lost a little bit of control in that fight. Also, I'm trying to get away from clicking on my modules and trying out hotkeys instead. But the thing is that every time I get to use them, I get on a fight, I just say screw it, and I start clicking. And you will see that I had problems with my ancillary rep that is stop repping up after every cycle. So I mean, it wouldn't make any difference because a Falcon got there, but again, okay. So in this fight, what I managed to do is get the bomber, and I mean, there's no way for this bomber to get this close to me. You know, they can predict range. I mean, damage up to 60 kilometers, 50 almost, and he gets killed for no reason, and that's what I say. People get so comfortable in their own zone that make really bad mistakes, and this is where the complete fight ended. Because right after I killed that bomber, I was actually gonna go for either that Thorax or I think I saw another bomber around there, but the Falcon came in and I got jammed, and that's the bad thing with jams. There's nothing you can do, and there's no way to counter it. It's just there. Every time a blackbird shows up, you just get perma jam, and there's nothing you could do about. But on the bright side, you will see how good this ship was tanking, aside from all the problems I had because my ancillary repper kept turning off, and I don't know. Every single cycle, as you can see there, it turns off. It doesn't keep going, so I don't know what happened. Maybe my keybinds are incorrect or something like that. But I'm really trying to stay away from the whole clicking thing and go full onto keybinds. But yeah, it is a good fight at the end because I managed to kill a bomber, and I mean, if the blackbird wasn't there, I would have probably destroyed one or two other bombers before I die, and that's good for me because that ship is the bomber is 33 mil, and my Thorax it was, let me see, 43. So it's a good trade-off. I mean, you manage to get a bomber like that and against 10 other guys. So again, to me it's a good fight. It shows what the ship can do. So I hope you enjoyed the video. And again, this series of videos is not to show you the completely ownage PvP in the world, you know, it's to show you what you should expect from solo PvP and how you can see the bright side of things. You know, I killed a frigate that was the same amount as my ship, so I called it a win on my book. So things like that. And so yeah, thank you guys for watching, and if you have any comments, dislikes, post them up. I try to answer to every YouTube comment there is, and also if you have other comments or do you need fits or for something like that, try to contact me in game by email, or if I'm online you can always chat with me. Sometimes I'm AFK a lot, so if I don't answer I might be AFK. But yeah guys, if you like the series, go ahead and subscribe. I'll be posting more videos and stuff like that. So thank you for your support, and see you on the next time.